Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All right, giving all praises to Yahweh, about Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, once again, this is another lesson. This has to do with, as far as, just like going into things that you're, as far as like the scriptures, like well versed on. As far as like the things that are like too high for you, or you gotta like pace yourself, and you gotta make sure you're 100%, surgical with like the precepts you bring out, especially with like the deeper, like the meatier, like aspects of the scriptures, or and things like that. All right, because it's downright dangerous, because just for yourself, and others, you run the risk of like leading people astray and things like that. So things that you like bring out, you got to be like 100% sure, as far as like the scriptures, the breakdowns, the words, and things like that. And this little article, right here, like it's about of course, this fish itself is unlawful. You shouldn't be eating it. All right, but as far as like the prophets, they have, the men of the Lord, the teachers and all that, they have a great amount of responsibility. All right, and I'm just gonna go into why this article is being mentioned. All right, and the name of this fish, it's Fugu. It's a puffer fish. All right, so it says Fugu is the Japanese word for puffer fish, and the dish prepared from it. Normally species of genus, blah blah blah. All right, but all right, here's the point though. All right, Fugu can be lethally poisonous due to a tetrodotoxin. Therefore, it must be carefully prepared to remove toxic parts and to avoid contaminating the meat. So you ever notice, whenever I go into different things, we always talk about separating the meat from the bone, or and these these certified chefs, that know how to prepare that, they go in, and it's going to say they're going through like a certain amount of training before they can before they're allowed to prepare this dish. All right, so it says all right, the restaurant preparation of fugu is strictly controlled by law in Japan and several other countries, and only chefs who have qualified after 3 or more years of rigorous training are allowed to prepare the fish. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it, as far as that. All right, but like, just like the main like point, like being, learning this truth, being a prophet and things like that. It's kind of like like having that certification, having to be, that surgical and specific, as far as like the things you like bring out. All right, so just gonna get Ezekiel. Ezekiel 33:1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman. All right, so watchman, a security guard, someone with a great deal of like responsibility. Or that's as far as if you're a prophet or a teacher, or that's what you are. So as far as like the information you bring out to people, and things like that, or everything's got to be 100%. As far as what's palatable and what's detrimental. One example, all right, let's say you're someone who teaches that like you don't have to keep the laws anymore, or something to that effect. That's kind of like you all right, but well, you're some, let's say, or you're someone that but another part of your doctrine is I don't know, something that's like sound doctrine. All right, sound doctrine, but there's something off in your leaven in your doctrine. That leaven is like if you were someone who was certified to cut that fish. All right, but there was a little piece of poison on the portion you cut, and the person who ate it, was someone who it's like someone who you're teaching, or someone who has like questions as far as regarding their salvation. All right, so all right, Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be that and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. All right, and so as far as like the strait gate, all right, there's very little, like there's like as far as like broad is the way, as far as like all these people that take like the broad way, they're getting they might be getting like a lot of the meat, but they're also getting the poison with it. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna be in Colossians. All right, Colossians 1:25. Wherefore I am a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you, to fulfill the word of the Most High, even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. All right, so Paul was saying he's certified to teach this word. Because, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, was dealing with him, one-on-one. Okay. All right, Jeremiah 23:21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. All right, so there's also a lot of people, like this. As far as like this, it's called a GIF in particular. It was from it's from an episode of The Simpsons that featured this fish. So what happens? Like Homer's like greedy ass, like he wanted to try like everything on the menu. All right, but and then he ordered this. But they were talking. They were just saying about like the health risks and things like that. Being careful. Because another thing is and that can even be compared to like casting your pearls like before swine and things like that. Because everyone once people hear this word, they're either marked for salvation, but more than likely, they're marked for condemnation. So they were advising him, or just like not to try it because of like the health risks and things like that. And this guy right here, because I remember I saw like the episode came on like second grade or whatever. All right, but yeah, he had like the main chef, like he stepped out when the order came in. All right, and as you can see, like he has no idea what he's doing. All right, so I'm gonna repeat that. All right, Jeremiah 23 and 21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. All right, and so another thing, yeah, if you get to see this episode, but another thing, at the end when Homer was about to die, or when he was at the end of the episode, like he was so-called trying to get right with God, so he was listening to the Bible on his like Walkman, during his so-called like last hours and all that. All right, but yeah, so this is somewhat of a spiritual episode, if you want to call it that. But yeah, there's a lot of people that think they're certified to teach this word, but they're leading people astray.